What's up, guys? Compound Coalition. I got Bobby Spags here from Spags Unfiltered, also from
EMP Shield.
the EMP Shield. Do you have your own music?
No.
I'll give you some of mine. You can use
Please. I'm not fancy.
You can use my music. So, I met you for the first time last year.
Last June.
In person, IRL, in real life.
Yes.
What did you do before you did EMP Shield?
I worked for the U.S. House of Representatives for 8 years.
Really?
I worked for Congresswoman Lynn Jenkins in Kansas. I was her senior Department of State and immigration caseworker and liaison.
What is that? What did you do every day? What is that?
I was the guy you hear in the military when they say we're going to do a congressional, we're going to complain to Congress and get someone in trouble. I'm the guy they complain to. So only I did stuff for immigration, visas, passports.
So you're like, yes, sir, I understand, sir. Yes, that's terrible that happened. And they hung up and you're like, motherfucker.
No, it was actually better than that. It was one of the best jobs I ever had.
Really?
Yeah, she was a Republican, but I was a libertarian anarchist, and she let me do it my way.
Did you infect her?
No.
No. No. Did 10 minutes? Were you able, do you think you swayed her in any manner? That's what I mean.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, when you got her on the road, when I would take her to events and staff her for different things, you got to see the real side of her, and she was actually a really cool person in real life.
Is she still politically active?
No, she retired 2 years after Trump got in.
Did she like Trump?
No.
Really?
No. Most Republicans didn't.
I feel like I liked Trump.
I loved the memes. It was the greatest time to be alive.
Okay, here's how I put this, right? People are like, what do you think about Trump? I'm like, I don't know, but I know that my situation in life was better during Trump than it ever had been. I know that I kept more of my money, and I know that I gave more of the money to the employees.
Yeah. $1.87 gallon of gas and a mean tweet's fucking awesome right about now.
Right. Is he coming back?
No.
Who's coming?
I think they're going to run DeSantis.
I don't think so.
I bet.
Think so?
Yeah.
Can he do it?
Will DeSantis win?
Can DeSantis lead? I like what he's done in Florida.
I think that he's a cult of personality, and I think cults of personality become dangerous in politics. I think he can get up there and he will be checkmated like anybody else.
I think we're in a position for a Hitler.
Yes.
I think that they have done enough terrible shit to people that people will vote and go along to do terrible shit back to the other people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone's willing to use the power of the state to get their way. And they'll hurt you, and they'll let their enforcers point their guns at you to get their way.
And they will kill you in a heartbeat. So, what is Spags Unfiltered?
It's kind of therapy for me, I guess. I never thought I'd be a YouTube guy. I've always been a personality on the local. I do a lot of prepper shows and expos, and I facilitate that stuff in Kansas and Northeast and then Northwest Missouri a lot. But I never thought I'd have a personality online. But basically knowing Billy and then knowing Tag, they're both like, dude, you have to have your own channel. And I'm like, why? I don't have time for that shit. And now I still don't make a lot of time for it. I shoot little quick 7-minute videos. I edit nothing, and I just put it on there. It's me talking at a camera, ranting about things I don't like or things I do like. It's an opinion channel with a little bit of prepping and a little bit of homesteading mixed in.
How do you step that up 25% and add a shitload more value and then monetize it so that you get something for your efforts and times?
As far as monetizing, I probably will never monetize on YouTube.
Why?
Because I would get 3 strikes in 5 minutes. I'll be done. I won't.
You're still going to get 3 strikes in 5 minutes.
I haven't yet.
Then you're not going to when it's monetized.
Yeah, maybe. I'm going to use it to build a brand, and I'll stretch that brand and use it to build.
What will the brand be?
Spags Unfiltered. It'll be me.
What is the brand, though? The brand has to have a product.
I have my own products I'm starting to develop. I'm going back to what I call Spags bags. Back in the day when I ran the expos, I built little micro EDC bags, and they were cheap. But now I'm building a better one that's going to be a much more robust product that I'm going to give people.
Build one for rich guys.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
No joke. It's for the idiot preppers.
Not even that. Just the dude that's like, I don't have time for this.
You know, the average guy who actually knows what they're doing is going to build their own bag. They're never going to build a pre-made bag. So I'm building the pre-made bag for the guy who's too lazy to do it.
I know some guys that are here.
Yeah.
That know everything they're doing, but make so much money making money.
Yeah.
That they will pay a dude to just deliver that they can trust and know that the shit's going to be there.
Yeah.
And then they'll just fine tune it a little bit.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of rich dudes know rich dudes.
Yeah. I'm gonna sell to those guys.
There's another level, and we haven't been invited there. But when you get invited there, you quickly learn that there's another level. And the dudes with the money, they're just like, okay, I'll buy 400 of these.
I know. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I stuff all these bags in my own house,
and then you have to get seed money and an investor. And
yep, I have one investor right now. I'm probably gonna have another soon.
Yeah,
I'm doing a limited run of 40 bags just to test the market waters, see how that goes, and we'll go from there.
What's the bag made of?
It's a nylon bag. The bag itself is probably the worst part of the kit. No lie. It's a $30 bag that I can get for $12.
It has to be, because
If I were to build the best bag, I want it to be a $600 bag.
yeah, I thought we were going to do like pre-kits that had like water filters and ferrocerium rods, and I just went and priced the shit out at Walmart, and I'm like, okay, this isn't even viable.
Yeah, the bag, to build the bag, if I factor in shipping and my time, it's $80 to build the bag, and I'm going to sell it for about $180.
Yeah, if I build a bag, it's $250,
Right.
And I can sell every one of them at $250, so I have no margin for wholesale.
Right. Yeah, and I have a tax certificate in Kansas, so I can buy things at whole,sale.
Right.
But guys at my level aren't buying at wholesale. I'm buying at resale. You know,
We bought everything at wholesale, whether we had a tax ID number or not.
you have to show me your secret to that. So many people won't even
Hey,
talk to me.
Here's my website. I've been in business for 35 years, and I want to buy a lot of these, and I'm going to prepay it.
Yeah.
Okay, here's wholesale.
Yep. Big problem I'm running into is a lot of the people I want to carry the product of on my little pass-through websites and things like that, they won't talk to you unless you have a really good website or a brick and mortar. And I'm like, I don't have a brick and mortar, and my website's still under development, so I guess I'll talk to you in 3 weeks. You know?
Yeah, I'm going to be so big in 3 weeks that fuck you, I'm not doing business with you. Not you, them.
Yeah, one of my favorite products did that to me. It's a product I used to carry when I had the expo,
Yep.
and I can't even get them now. Back then, I didn't need that with them. Now I do. I was really, really pissed off about that.
Yeah, it's laziness.
They're overlooking all the little guys. Death by 1,000 cuts.
Well,
works
because you're
now.
not talking to the guy anymore that was hungry that was at the expo with you, right? You're talking to the fucking 16-year-old that he hired that worked there, and this is the list of questions, and this is the answer that's on the list of questions.
Yep, and I'm sure most of these companies have all new leadership, all new management. They're all they're the new breed that,
Yep.
unless it's a multi-million-dollar contract, they won't even look at it.
Yep. All right, where were we?
Talking about Spags bags.
Bags. So, okay, so are they Faraday bags?
No,
What would it take to make a Faraday bag?
a lot more money than I have right now to spend on the project.
Where would I source Faraday material?
I don't know, to be honest.
You're the guy.
I'm the guy that made Faraday bags obsolete.
Okay. All right.
No, they're still absolutely good for your little radios and stuff.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. There's a bunch of Faraday bag companies out there, and we've actually been sent some of their backpacks that have zippers and stuff, but it's still rated for that. But man, they're like $500 bags.
Okay, so let me tell you how Faraday works. He's like, this is going to be good. I'm going to take all my stuff, and I'm going to park it on the concrete in the garage. Mm-hmm. It's inside a metal bag, it's inside a metal building. Mm-hmm. So I'll be fine when EMP goes off.
Really?
Tell me why I won't be.
Is your bag lined?
No, not a bag.
Oh, I'm sorry, your trash can. You're gonna do the metal trash can?
No. I'm gonna put all my stuff in my Suburban. I'm gonna pull my Suburban in the garage in a metal building, and I'm good to go.
Concrete floor?
Yes.
You might be sort of safe.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I thought you were gonna completely fuck me up on that.
No. You would, if you're technically grounded because your vehicle's on 4 tires. The reason most Faraday buildings will fail is because they don't realize that you have to have metal under the ground too. So if you have mesh in your concrete,
Okay, I don't know if I do.
if it's just rebarb, then no, because the ions
Oh, I
come
definitely.
down,
Yeah, it's definitely maybe rebar, probably,
but not mesh.
I don't think it's under tension.
Then you have to have mesh.
I also heard like you can't just put some shit in a trash can. You're supposed to put it in a cardboard box.
It's supposed
Or
to
on-
not, whatever
it's
the
not
object
supposed to
is,
touch
can't
the
make
metal.
contact. It blocks AM and FM radio waves. That's how they show you in a commercial that supposedly works.
So yeah, I'd heard like, oh, I'll just put it in a metal filing cabinet. Good to go. Maybe.
A lot of
Probably
seams,
not.
A lot of seams. A
Yeah.
lot of places for stripped electrons to still get through.
Okay, so what's the way to do it?
To protect your house, your car, or your small stuff.
All of it.
House and car, get an EMP shield.
What's an EMP? Ooh, what's an EMP shield?
It is the only and the first whole home surge protection device that can actually protect you from all 3 phases of an EMP.
How do I know?
We have military testing at Keystone Compliance and at Meditech Labs.
How do I trust that?
Meditech Labs is run by Dr. William Radowski, who is the godfather of the U.S. EMP Commission, along with Peter Pry, briefed every president from Jimmy Carter on until recent. Peter Pry recently passed away, but
I feel like Peter Pry has been on a lot of podcasts and stuff, interviews and stuff. When did he pass away?
Last year.
So who's like the dude talking right now on all this stuff? Who's the expert?
You have Dr. William Radowski, who runs Meditech Labs in California. He's pretty much the guy that's left.
I feel like he was on Canada Dry Preppers show.
I don't know that he was. I don't know. I don't watch that.
So Nate, can't I make fun of? I'm just joking. I'm not making fun of him. Canada Prepper. Nate had has a dude that's on there.
Oh, I bet I know who you're talking about.
Worked for NASA, maybe.
Used to.
Okay.
Yeah, he was I know who you're talking about. There's actually, I can't talk about that.
Okay.
Our company was involved with the lawsuit.
So I get people to come on and they're like, well, you can't prove this. I'm like, okay, but what I can prove is that they will insure my shit for $25,000 from lightning strike. So if nothing else, it's worth that. We can prove. I can hand you that. Yeah, I can show you that.
I've got a device on the table right now from a lift station in Jackson County, Kansas, from a rural water district. Took a direct strike on a 3-phase unit, blew it clean off the wall. $65,000 pump saved. 1,200 people didn't have to go on a boil order, and this was 2021 during the shipping crisis. They told us it would take them 6 months to get the parts to fix it.
So I have some EMP shields here.
I know you do.
You know where they are?
Yeah, I hope to install them.
Do you know where the other ones are?
In the background for your Panic Prepper videos.
They're sitting in boxes, not attached to shit. And you know where they should have been attached? To my gate openers when they were fucking throttling and ramping, surging up the power. It blew $1,400 gate opener out there.
No shit. Yeah,
that's what I got to pay to have it fixed.
These things they are inline filters.
Yep.
So like all those little micro surges you get from the grid that burn out your incandescent light bulbs, you know, the box says 10-year shelf life and they burn out in 30 days. It's because you're getting micro pulses constantly from the grid.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, it's on a GFI. Well, it wasn't enough to fry the GFI, but it fried that board.
Yeah, all that a GFI does is make sure you don't get electrocuted when you're blow drying your hair over a sink full of water.
But I like to toast.
Well,
I like to make toast when I'm in the bathtub.
$20 is $20.
Yeah. So how'd you get with the EMP shield? How did that happen?
Before that, in between working for Congress and this, I worked for a contracting company out of the Air Force Base in Kansas where I ran the state budget for ESGR. It's
Kansas. I feel like they probably have nuclear silos and shit there.
Maybe. But
where's all the decommit that all these guys are buying? Isn't that Kansas?
Northeast Kansas. I've toured several of them.
Are they neat?
Yeah, they're kind of cool. Some of these guys turn them into complete hippie dens. It's pretty fun.
Are you following Bunker Living?
No.
Oh man, it's actually pretty fucking entertaining. He's got a YouTube channel and he's got a good Instagram. It's neat.
Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, I was working for ESGR, and the mandate came down in 2021 that federal contracted employees had to get the thing, and I was like, you can pound sand. I'm not taking that stupid thing. And so I turned in my 2 weeks notice. I looked at my wife and I said, we're going to be poor. I said, we've got enough money for 3 months. After that, I don't know. I don't know, because all my work before then had been mostly in the public sector. And I said, I don't know that I'm going to find a job right away. I have to redo my resume, kind of figure out where I am in the space of employment. Within 2 minutes, virtually, of me even mentioning that I was going to turn in my 2 weeks, I got contacted by Mr. Tag.
No shit.
From Lifetime Free, and he scooped me up instantly.
And he didn't even know that you're on your way out of the other thing?
He did. He was one of the ones who heard, and the minute he heard that I was quitting and that I didn't have a job lined up, but I wasn't going to take the jab, he hired me on the spot.
Welcome to the dark side.
Yep, and now I've been a freelance 1099 guy for the last year and a half, and I would never look back.
That's cool, man. So what else are you going to do?
Do the Midwest Preparedness Project that you are now a
Tell me what
official sponsor.
What does that look like?
It is very much like what you have going on here. The biggest difference probably is that we have fewer vendors, but a lot more kids running around.
Okay.
That's the biggest thing is all these folks come for 5 days. They camp, RV camp, glam camp, rug camp, whatever they want to do. I
always thought you guys were bigger. I had a picture that you were a lot bigger than
the expos were. I had a lot of people at the expos.
But don't you guys have like Bartertown and shit?
Yeah, we have Bartertown. It's on Saturday night, no cash allowed, and just nothing that's going to get anyone kicked out or arrested, basically.
Yeah, I thought you guys like aerial view from drone. I pictured you guys as like Burning Man.
No, not yet. We're getting there.
Okay, how long?
Probably the end of this year.
Burning Man?
Yeah.
Okay. We're
going to grow a lot. This show we are outgrowing our campground. Once we outgrow that, we have to completely reinvent it, and if we're going to reinvent it, we're not thinking small.
How do we outgrow this one?
This one? Oh, geez, man.
Give me 3 things that you saw this expo that we should change, tweak, alter, or implement.
More vendors that are themed towards your speakers.
I agree.
Children's events. It has to be a family-friendly event. That's the big thing, which I know is a pain in the butt sometimes.
I don't like my kids. I definitely don't like your kids.
Yeah, but you like money.
Okay, go ahead.
You want more people coming, right?
Okay, so hire babysitters.
Here's why. Homesteading and prepping, the men are the egos, and the girls control the pocketbook. And so if you have a show that forces one to stay home with the kids, you don't get both. You don't make nearly as much.
So we just get giant dog kennels. And
Sure.
we put bouncy houses in them. And we give them puppies and coffee.
Chocolate milk and say have at it.
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
I like it.
Our event has an actual youth coordinator who coordinates all the youth events. They take place sometimes simultaneously to the adults. So the adults can go attend the classes, but now she's taking care of all the kids for us.
So we set up a like pitfall, an alligator pit, and they just swing ropes over.
Punji sticks.
Yeah, got it. I like it.
Bounce houses full of
jousting.
jacks.
Jousting on ponies.
Sure.
Okay. Petting zoo.
Yes.
With ostriches.
Nerf guns with darts stuck in the end of the darts.
I like it. Okay, so number 3.
Let's see. Number 3. Internet. Your vendors need to be able to process payment.
Got it. So we just the festival needs to buy a sat link thing.
Yeah. And then add that to the charge of your ticket coverage, or start charging your vendors more.
Got it.
It's a balance, man. You got this thing like this with everything you have to do, and you have to find where it does this. You know.
Yeah, I'm always like, this is the preparedness festival. If you can't be prepared and bring your own chair, then stay home. You know. I know.
Until you get vendors, and they have to process payment. You know, not everyone carries cash.
Yeah.
And not everybody barters.
Yeah, I mean, we always had. I've never not had a hotspot.
See, I just brought my cell phone and I hotspotted to my laptop.
But that's the thing, right? This runs faster than my mobile device modem does, right?
It does.
And everybody has one of these.
A lot of people are capped, though, with their data, how much they can hotspot.
Got it. Okay.
Which, honestly, like a company like us, we can buy a hotspot, and that becomes part of our inventory. But when you have some guy who's selling honey, you know, out of his backyard, he probably can't.
Got it. Okay.
At least not right away.
Yeah, I understand what I get it. Okay.
That's it, though. I mean, this is one of my favorite events. I've been doing events for...
Why?
Well, not to make it sound weird, but I've always been a big fan of SOE. I loved your shit from the first time I bought a chest rig and got yelled at you in an email. I was like, oh God, this guy's fucking badass.
Did I yell at you in an email?
Sort of. The very first time I bought your stuff, I saw someone else do a review. And so I was very young back then too. I didn't read. I just fucking went to the website, thought it was like blackhawk.com or LA.
Read.
And I was like, order. And then 3 months later, I'm like, it's been 3 months. Where's my fucking chest rig? So I sent you an email. I'm like, hey, man, it's been 3 months. Where's my chest rig? Didn't know you had a YouTube. Didn't know anything about SOE. I just knew I saw that rig in a review and I wanted one.
Did I make a video about you?
No. You just emailed me back and said, hey, motherfucker, don't you have a name?
I did not say that bullshit.
Hey, I've got the emails still somewhere. No, this is a good story. It ends well. You were like, hey, blah, 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 I'm John Willis. And I'm like, holy shit.
I didn't say that either.
He was like stomping through Tokyo, breathing fire down my ass. And I'm like, who is this guy? So I read the email and I'm like, hold on. And I went to YouTube and I'm like, John Willis. Oh, okay. So I started watching all your videos and I'm like, oh, he's hand making this shit in a fucking Morton building. Okay. Oh, go back to the website. It does say no ETA. Fuck me. Now I felt like an asshole. So I sent you an apology email. I was like, dude, I'm sorry. I did not realize I literally, you were like the fucking popsicle at the front of Kmart, right? I impulse bought your shit. So I didn't look. And I was like, yeah, man, my bad. I didn't realize. And you're like, it's cool, man. We're all right. So we started talking. And then you and I started emailing back and forth about the negligent discharges from the idiots running around the recruitment centers back in the day. And I'm like, this guy's fucking cool. So then I started watching you. And then for the first time we got to come here last year, I'm like, 2 people I want to meet in life, Jordan Peterson and John Willis. Those are my yin and my yang, right?
We might be able to get you to Jordan. Have you met Jordan?
I have been to one of his speeches in Kansas City, but I didn't have enough money to get the ticket to go back and actually shake his hand.
Okay.
But yeah, Jordan Peterson is like my calm, let's have our philosophical discussion, and John Willis is scorched earth.
My friend's the head of his security.
You told me that in an email.
Did I?
Yeah.
3 years ago? 5 years ago?
No, last summer.
Hey, fucko. I know a guy knows Jordan Peterson. I saw him once on Joe Rogan.
Yep. So that's it. Like, that's, for me, that was the cool drive. I'm like, holy shit, I get to meet John Willis. And then I was like, fuck, Billy's going to be there. That's one of my best friends of all time. And then I saw who else was going to be there. I'm like, God damn, he's bringing in a lineup. So then we got here, and it was kind of this big festive atmosphere. It was fun.
A big thing like bringing in the lineup, right? We didn't. I mean, maybe she did, but I don't think we brought the lineup in. The lineup's like, hey, we heard about this thing. Can we come?
No shit. That's even better.
I could be wrong on parts of that, but some of that was that.
Yeah, that's even better. That's how it happened.
Okay, so remove me and SOE.
Mm-hmm.
What? Just a normal event. I mean, what do we got?
I like the festive events more so than I do the big expos. And I used to put on expos. It was very 500 vendors, 1,000 people run through. All you're doing is spending money and sitting in classes. But I like the festival. I like food vendors. I like being able to walk up and talk to people. Mm-hmm. I can leave my table unattended without the fear of people ganking my shit. Right? Yeah. That's kind of a big deal.
Somebody said that. They're like, I'm like, Letterman. They're like, what? I go, we've never had anything come up missing here.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. If it's missing, it's not important enough because I haven't noticed it. We've never had anything come up missing here.
Yeah. So this show is one of my favorites, and we did one in Kiowa, Colorado last year too. SRE, very similar name to yours, but
How was that show?
it was really good. I made a lot of cool contacts out there. So now what I'm doing with Midwest Preparedness, Data and I are working very hard to network with these other groups like yours and maybe start creating this network of shows that starts all around sponsoring everybody. Everyone gives something to everyone else.
Like in the old days, like travels, moves around like the Expos did?
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
Yep.
So what can we do for you?
Well, you already said you're going to sponsor me. Give me a couple of bags and some chest rigs, and I'll give them away at both of my shows. Throw your logo and pass-throughs on my website. My stuff's already on your website. Boom, that's all we got to do.
Okay.
I don't do this weird corporate structure of sponsorships where the platinum level, you have to donate
Yeah,
$5,000 worth of shit.
Yeah.
No.
I don't, and like I'm not, if you communicate with me, just tell me what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Like dudes are like, hey, can we set up a meeting? No, motherfucker, you have me right now. Just tell me what you fucking want, and I'll
Right.
tell you whether we're gonna do it.
Yep.
And yeah, we'll do something.
Cool. Yep. I already know what I want. So
Okay.
how do I do that? Just to show Amanda this is what I
No,
want?
we're gonna walk in there right now,
Okay.
and I'm gonna fucking give it to you. Because if
Okay.
you leave it to my devices, it's 90 days from now. You're gonna be like, hey, you remember that thing I needed 90 days ago?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how. Like I have 3 seconds. If we don't get it done, it's not
I
gonna
know.
happen.
You're a hard guy to nail down.
I like this. I haven't seen my vendors. Right, there's all kinds of shit out there. I know I wanted to buy, and they're like leaving. I haven't even. I mean, I've spoken to them, but I
Sure,
haven't
sure,
gone
sure.
and like looked at.
Well, when you're the
booth and
host, it becomes
expo.
hard.
And every year we've got dudes here, and we're like, okay, we're gonna shoot some video. We're gonna get some content, and I'm gonna get some pictures, right? And at the end of the thing, come Monday, I'm like, we don't have anything.
Yeah.
Nothing. So that's kind of what we did is we've got this, we've been doing the podcasts, and we've got a membership area on our YouTube, and we shoot some content and stuff. So this just gave us the opportunity where we could come quiet and we're not going to get pulled. I mean, just when I walked off stage,
Instantly.
it took me 25 minutes just to get 10 feet in my door.
Yeah.
And I definitely don't mind talking to people, but this time we have content. We've got something that we can use.
Yeah. That's pretty good. I liked what you did here. It's really cool.
Thanks. It's him. I mean, most of it.
You built this?
I wish.
But I mean, he's like, hey, put a black wall here.
No,
Paint the
it's
wall,
good.
fucking-
It is good.
Yeah.
It's badass.
And then Austin takes all my bullshit you see and turns it into content.
Speaking of your combat cocks, last time we were here in June, we went to the Mexican restaurant,
Yeah.
and lo and behold, we look over and where the chair rail meets in the greeting was a combat cock just sitting there looking
Yeah.
at us. So we took it and hid it somewhere else.
It's the Easter egg. It's in a lot of restaurants actually, and I don't put them there. The owners of the restaurants actually get them and put them.
we were like, what the hell? And my buddy didn't know what it was. He's like,
Yeah.
what is this? I'm like, that's a combat cock.
Dude, we've had so many people get pulled over law enforcement traveling across the United States. Dude will roll up and he's like, what's that? Like combat cock. He's like, yeah, I know what it is. Get the fuck out of here. Slow down.
It's-
Lots of times. Stickers on the back too.
You don't realize what you've done. Someday people will be bartering for wheat with combat cocks. Not
I don't know about that.
They'll be like, fuck your silver dimes, give me the combat cock. I don't have a red and pink one yet.
Man, there's a dude. I should be friends with this guy because I've said it 100 times in the last week. There's a Instagram channel, and it's this dude. He's like, I want to see if I can grow wheat, and he's got like between a sidewalk and a curb. He's got like 20 feet by 100 feet or something, and he goes out with a jang seeder and plants fucking wheat. And he's got little sprinklers and he's watering it and it grows up. He comes in and cuts it with like a little hand scythe and he's threshing. And he's like, this really sucks. So he orders this like $200 thresher and threshes it out. And he has this whole sped up video of how he grew 5 pounds of fucking wheat berries in his front yard by the curb on the sidewalk.
shit.
And I'm like, holy shit, we could do that.
Right?
That's a lot of fun. And there I am down this rabbit hole. I'm like, that's a lot. I could also just buy
Buy wheat
5-gallon
berries.
buckets of wheat.
It's not all gone yet.
Yeah, but I like to prove it. Like we don't eat those rabbits, but we are good at breeding them.
You don't eat the rabbits?
No, we have we've had chefs here that work here. We've got Jeremy. He might as well be a chef, and he cooks for us, and he shops Nashville, and it's just time, man.
Yeah.
Amanda's like, hey, did you know we can can rabbits? I'm like, yes, I do. She's like, okay, I'm gonna can some rabbits. I'm like, good, you're going to kill them and butcher them too, because I'm just feeding them to the dogs. It's a lot less work. But we keep a lot of meat on the hoof, and we could scale from, I don't know, there's 60 up there. We could have 600 in 30 days probably.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The
Yeah.
rabbits.
Yep.
They're crazy. Yeah.
Hey, that's real. Well, dude, thanks for sitting down.
Hell yeah, man.
We always talk in passing really fast, and we've always got places to be, so it was
Yep.
good to be able to sit down. I watch your videos anytime they pop up when I see
Thanks,
them.
man. I watch all your videos too, and a lot of times what I'll do is, and this is a hint to people, you have a content creator. We're all busy. I've got like 10 people I follow, 30 people. I can't watch all your stuff. You can't watch all mine. Get 3 accounts on YouTube, get some ghost accounts, go over, mute your shit, push play all on account one day at a time. And while you're working, you're helping your local content creator get watch hours.
I actually run YouTube almost all day long, especially if I'm on a sewing machine or something. It's just running.
I have, on my work computer, I have a dual screen, so I'm over here doing EMP Shield stuff, and I'll have YouTube playing. Because if I bring you in as an affiliate, I'm going to become your friend. I'm not just your manager. That's bullshit. I'm going to talk to you all the time about shit that has nothing to do with EMP Shield. So I'm going to watch your stuff to get to know about you, so I have something to talk to you about in an email once in a while.
Like maybe like, oh shit, we probably shouldn't let this guy sell our shit.
Oh, fuck no. Dude, Panic Prepper's the best shit on the market. It's perfect.
That's Austin, man. Austin showed up here a year ago, walks in, and he's like, hey, I'm your video guy. I'm like, yeah, no, you're not. And he's like, no, really, I'm going to move here. I'm like, everybody says that. He's like, nope, we're going to do these scripted things. I'm like, I'm never fucking doing scripted things. Not my brand. And he's like, just trust me. So he actually showed back up. He's like, here's a script. I'm like, I am a retard. I cannot fucking read. Like, I am trying to read. I'm like, I can't even see this. So he blows it up. So the 2 pages became 10 pages. And that's why we blur my face out, because I'm literally sitting there reading.
Yeah, but you don't just blur the face out. You blur the fucking chicken who's going across the road like, oh, God, can't know what's there.
We do need to do a new intro. We need a new one.
Blurring out all those little things is what makes it so fun.
Yeah, he's movie writer shit. He's good with it.
Yeah.
And he enjoys, like, all that script. That's all him.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm terrible at the affiliate link. So I guess I should tell you guys, I have an EMP Shield affiliate link, and it is SOE. Does it matter if it's capitalized or not?
Not case sensitive, and he gets money from that, which supports
But more
your local
importantly, it takes money off of your order. You
Yes.
save $50 by using code SOE. And they've got them for your ATV, they've got them for your lawnmower, they've got them for your car, they've got them for your house, and your wife is just going to think you're a hero when you finally get the generator hooked up and your shit still works.
Yes.
Yes. So if you want your wife to love you more, code SOE at EMP Shield.
Big dick energy.
BDE. Thank you, Bobby Spags.
Sure thing, buddy.
Yeah, man, I'm talking about realest, one of the realest to try. My